So for today's video, I wanted to have a go at making Anxiety from the new Inside Out film. I did go to the cinema recently to see this and I absolutely loved it, and I really wanted to have a go. So let's begin with Anxiety's hair. Now I'm actually going to use some cake paper. So this is a new paper that's out with the Saracino one. I don't know whether it's a wafer paper. It's kind of almost like a cross between a wafer paper and the edible paper that you print on. But I'm just going to do it in small pieces and we're going to cut into it. So it's a bit more hair-like. You can see it bends quite easily, but it's the wrong colour. So I am going to colour it up with some orange edible powder colour. Now I'm just dry dusting it on here. You can mix it with some clear alcohol and paint it on as a wet paint, but it seemed to stick quite well with just powder. So it's still got plenty of flecks in it. I'm just going to try and bend it a little bit round a brush so that I can stick it to a cocktail stick or a kebab skewer. Now it needs a bit more texture, so I'm going to add a bit of coconut with some more of that orange food powder. I've put it in my little blender because the coconut is quite chunky. I thought it might go a little bit finer in the food processor. It didn't. So I'm actually going to stick a little bit of this onto the edible paper hair. I've just used some piping gel and I'm wrapping it around a wooden cocktail stick. I'm also making a huge amount of mess there. And I had to kind of prop it upside down to dry. And then we want 2 bowls of white modeling paste for the eyes and a sausage shape of orange modeling paste. Now I'm just using it pre-colored, guys. And the trickiest bit was deciding which expression I wanted Anxiety to have because she pulls a lot of quite funny expressions. Let's go with a nice easy one with the mouth open. I'm just going to put a line inside that mouth. So I'm using like the rubber-ended tool and then going over it with the balling tool. What I'll do, guys, is I'll link below the video all the different tools and materials and everything that I've used. I do have a lot of them on my website, and if not, I'll link them to other places on there so you can find them too. So we're filling the inside or the back of the mouth with a little bit of black modeling paste, and I'm just pushing it down, rubbing it in so it's a little bit smoother looking. So I noticed in the film they have quite a lot of texture on them, almost like pixelated. Kind of. I don't know how to describe it, but there's definitely texture on there. So I'm just using a craft knife to go into it. Sometimes I use a piping nozzle, like a grass one, because it does it a little bit quicker. I couldn't find that piping nozzle today. And once I've textured the mouth, I'm going to make some little teeth. So I've just got some little balls of white modeling paste that I've flattened, and then I'm cutting like the little curved edges off, and I'm just going to stick them in place there. I've used some piping gel for this, and then I'm going to continue texturing, which I probably should have thought of a quicker way of doing this, guys. So once the white eyes have firmed up, I'm just going to draw the iris and the pupils on. Well, I'm going to paint and draw with edible pens for the iris, and then the pupil is actually just some black paste stuck in there. Then we want some little pieces of white for the highlights. I'm actually just going to paint over them in some edible white paint as well. Just lightening up some parts of the eyes. I'm going to work on the eyebrows. In the cartoon, the eyebrows are not actually attached to anything. They're raised, which is very difficult to do on a figure when you're making it. To give the impression of them being raised, we're going to use some wires inside. So I'm not going to be in this one because of the wires. Got some dark brown modeling paste. We're going to roll it into 2 little teardrops. And I'm going to try and push these onto the ends of the wires. I've had to add a tiny bit of piping gel to the wires to get them to stick. And I think they need a bit more texture. So I'm just going to use some sugar. This one's quite big pieces. So I've coated the eyebrows in piping gel again, and I'm just going to dip them into sugar. But I will need to let those set before we can put any colour onto them. Next, we're going to put the eyelids on, or kind of the back of the eye. Don't know whether we class it as an eyelid on Anxiety or not. But we're going to go all the way around, and then we're going to try and smooth that down the best you can. It's a little bit tricky. So I'm going to let one set and then I'll do the other one. In the meantime, I'm just going to bend this piece of wire which will go inside for the arm. Now I'm bending it around a wooden skewer because the wooden skewer is going to go right through the middle of Anxiety. So by doing this, we've just got a little loop that will slide up and down that stick. Now I mainly need it to stick out longer for the one arm that we're going to have stretched out. And then I don't really need much on the other side because the other arm will kind of support itself. So I'll put that to one side and then I'll start working on the hand. So I'm just going to roll a piece, leaving like a chunk at the end, which I'm going to flatten for the hand. I'm actually going to push this onto that wire, and it's a 18 gauge florist wire that I'm using. Again, I'll link below the video, guys. But I'm rolling it nice and thin up the arm, and then we're going to put in the fingers. So I'm going to cut out the bit between the thumb. just using this, I think it's called a bulbous tool. I can't remember. Again, I'll link it below. It's bad, isn't it? I can't remember the names of any of the tools that I use ever. But it's just if you struggle to get your fingers in between those little fingers that you're making to round off the edges, then this tool will help you just a little bit as well. I don't often use it. I've started using it more recently. So once you're happy that you've rounded off all your fingers, you can then texture that hand just like we did with the mouth. Now, I'm just going to add a bit more to the back of the mouth area because it's very flat. So I'm adding an extra piece and I've scored it just to help it stick on there. Let's get some water on and then we're going to blend it again using that bulbous tool, which I will find out the proper name of for you at some point. So blending it in the best you can. And then I'm also going to add an extra piece here. Now, actually, it probably would have been ideal for me to do this in modelling chocolate because modelling chocolate is a little bit easier to blend together than modelling paste tends to be. So that is just adding a bit more volume there for me to stick the eyes onto. Just trying to blend it in around the edges there. And I'm going to give her like a little lower eyelid and one on the other side as well. And more texture. Now, it did take me a long time to do it this way, guys. Like I say, there's different ways of doing it. And I discovered when I actually made my next inside out figure, I made Envy. And I discovered there was a quicker way to create texture. And you can see that in the next video, which will actually be coming hopefully in the next week. So once my eyebrows are set, I am going to add some powdered colour. I'm just brushing it on dry, but again, you can create a paint, but because it's sugar I'm painting it onto, if the sugar gets wet, it can just dissolve. Next, let's tidy up those eyes by rolling a thin piece of modelling paste for each eye, thick in the middle, thin at each end, and we're just going to put it around the edge, like so. Next, I'm going to push in my eyebrows, pushing the wire into the back of the head and just kind of bending them around a little bit like so. I'm hoping that because I've coloured the paper on the wire, the orange colour, that when we put the hair on, you won't really notice those wires. So I'm just darkening up the bottom part of this hair. And the piping gel has set now. It's quite firm. I'm leaving it on the stick and I'm going to slot the stick all the way through the head, trying to pull it down as far as I can, but leaving enough up for Anxiety's hairstyle. And then I'm adding some small pieces of modelling paste to the back just to seal it in. And I will darken those colour-wise later as well so it matches with everything else. Now I'm going to add a little piece on from the bottom of the stick upwards to meet with the head so we get a little neck. Texturing that. Now actually I made her neck way too long, way too big. I didn't realise until later on as well. So I do cut it down at a later point. So if it helps, guys, print yourself off a little template and you can follow the template so that you know what size to make everything. So a little collar around there. Again, just pressing it down. The collar was probably a little bit thicker than it needed to be. And because I couldn't get the shape quite right, I kept building it up by adding on extra little pieces and just blending them in the best I could. If I was doing this again, I would definitely print off a template, keep it next to me, or keep the measurements so that I could work out the exact size for the body and the legs. Like I say, she started getting taller and taller, and actually I think she's got quite a small, short body and legs. So for the legs, I rolled 2 pieces of brown modelling paste to not quite cone shapes, almost like the end of a trumpet. Let's put those to one side to firm up slightly. And then I'm going to cover her arm. Now she's a little bit untidy at the back at the moment. I'm going to wait while I've done the front and then I'll go over and texture the back and just neaten it all up. Just cutting off any extra that I don't need from around the arm. Then we're going to add another piece to cover the body. Just trying to blend the edges in the best I can. Trimming off any extra at the back. Have you guys watched the movie yet? And do you have a favourite Inside Out character? I think Anger is my favourite. I have actually made Anger before, a few years ago when the first movie came out. So let's push that stick through the leg. I'm just going to try and add a bit of water in there as well, so it hopefully sticks on there. And then I'm going to add my second leg. So my second leg doesn't actually have the wooden kebab skewer going through it. And I'm just resting it in place just with some scrap pieces of my modelling paste. Wrap a little bit round for the waist. And I think are the corduroy trousers, is that what you call them, corduroy? So we're going to put some lines in. Just pressing them in lightly. Just gives us a bit of texture on the trousers. And then let's work on a second hand. So this one doesn't need any wiring. It's an arm, isn't it? Not a hand. Sorry, guys. Kind of a similar shape to what I've done the trousers, but then I've trimmed it down a little bit. Put a little bit of a bend in for the elbow. Put a little hole in one end so that we can stick the wrist or the hand into that. Just going to blend it at the shoulder point, and then we'll try and get it to the hand or the wrist area sits against the legs. And I'm just going to thicken the waist area by adding a bit more brown modelling paste. Continuing those lines. Let's cut a little thin piece for the belt. I do think I would make it in modelling chocolate next time. Now, when I was making this, guys, it was so warm, and it's horrible modelling with any kind of modelling paste that's for cake decorating during the hot weather. So I did struggle. I kept having to make a little bit at a time, leave it overnight, and then come back to it because it was just getting so soft and wanting to melt. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I didn't use modelling chocolate, just because of the weather. Had it been a little bit colder, I would have definitely used modelling chocolate. So she's looking a bit pale at the moment, so we're going to add some more orange. It's a nice bright orange edible powder, this one. So we're just going to brush it on to darken that colour. But I'm going to concentrate a lot in like the areas that want to look like they're shadowed. So in the creases or the underneath of places. And then I've gone over with like some darker oranges and even a little bit of red and orange. I'm even using a little bit of a deep brown edible powder in the creases to really give it more depth. I think shading it and adding the powdered colour really makes such a big difference to the cake toppers. And it's something that you don't have to do. It depends on how much time you've got, but I think it does look nice. You can even try and darken the colour on the hair a little bit. So she's definitely too tall. I am going to take a bit off from her neck, and then I'm going to see if I can slide that body up a little bit just to make her a little bit shorter if I can. You guys can watch and learn from my mistakes on this one, I think. Let's move on to that second hand. So I've not worried about creating an arm with it. We're just going to work on the hand. So same kind of thing. We'll start with a circle. We'll flatten it and we'll take a cut out from next to the thumb. And then we want to round off that thumb and the finger. And then we're going to divide the rest of the hand into 4 fingers just by cutting it with the craft knife. Pull them apart so you can get in there to round off the edges. And like I said earlier, if you can't get your fingers in, just use a modelling tool to roll along the edges to get rid of kind of the squareness or the sharp edges from the knife from earlier. Okay, so our hand's kind of bent around as if it's on our hip. So let's move the fingers around so that they're in the right position. And then I'm going to press them firmly onto the leg as well as up under the sleeve as well. Let's add some stripes to her top. Again, I'm putting them on dry on this one. So just the dry powder colour. And I'm putting them on and I'm thinking that actually her jumper would look nicer, or her top would definitely look nicer if we added some texture. So I'll do that in a minute. I'm just going to touch up her teeth and add a bit more white to them. I've dropped quite a bit of the orange powder on them, so they're not the nicest of colour. So I'll just, when I say paint, it's a white food colouring, guys. Okay, now her boots. I'm going to try and bend some little feet into shape. And I'm going to put one onto that wooden skewer. She's got quite long feet. And then the second one we're going to push on. Now, I have added a small piece of wire just to make sure it securely pushes into the leg. And I've also decided I'm going to widen those legs. It's one of those where I didn't get the sizing right at all on this one at first. So I kept adding pieces or cutting pieces off until I was happy that it was roughly the right size. It's still not the right size, but it's closer to what it was supposed to be than what it looked like at first, I guess. Hopefully, as long as you can all tell who she's meant to be still, then that's fine. And I'm just adding some detail to her feet just with my Dresden tool and the knife. Let's poke in some little eye holes for the laces to go into. Are the eye holes eyelets? The bits that your laces go into. So the feet are firming up, so I'm going to get some piping gel on the body to add a bit of texture. And I'm just going to stick some sugar. This is just caster sugar. You could use granulated sugar if you wanted sort of like bigger pieces to give you more texture. Just do it a small amount at a time. You can see I've got paper underneath to catch any extra sugar that lands on here. Ideally, if you've got some edible glitter, that would work really well. That would actually give you texture for this. However, I didn't have any in, and I'd already committed to doing this before deciding I needed it, the edible glitter, so I didn't have time to order any and get it in time. Any extra will just pour off the paper like that. Okay, so I'm going to use an edible pen. You can just use black food colouring, but I have the pens here handy, so I just colour in the soles of the shoes. I want to darken between the gaps in her trousers, all those lines. So I'm just really diluting some black edible powder with some clear alcohol. It does evaporate and dry, like the alcohol doesn't really stay on what you're making. And then anywhere where it's too dark, I'm just going to wipe it back off. But it's very diluted, so it kind of falls into those lines. And then I'm just going back over the stripes with a bit more orange powder. But where we've added sugar, just be really careful not to get any of that sugar wet. Otherwise, it just dissolves or even absorbs a load of colour. Okay, so tiny little pieces for the laces. So I've just rolled some black really nice and thin. Tricky bit's trying to poke it into the little holes because it kept sticking to my finger instead of to the shoe. And then I've got this edible gold food paint. It's like a water activated one, this one. Again, I'll put links below. And a small thin brush. And we'll just paint that onto her. It's kind of a button, isn't it, rather than a belt buckle? I think that's what it looked like in the film. And just darkening any areas that we really want to add extra detail to. I'm just doing that with the pen this time, the edible pen. Same with the stripes. If you want to add shading anywhere under like the arm where there'd be less light catching it, then you can darken that up with like a brown or black. Just go steady-handed at first though. So there she is, all finished, guys. Now my plan is to stick her onto a cake. She's a little bit taller than I wanted, but you know, she's okay. She does the job. I think you can tell who she is. If I was doing her again, I would definitely go shorter. Now I've made her on a stick, so ideally she would push into something, but the cake I want to put her on, I think she might go on the side of. We'll see. But also, watch out for the video of envy, and also I take a look at my old video of anger as well. And keep an eye out for a video of the cake that I'm going to be sticking them on, hopefully very soon too. I think I'll maybe do a painted cake for that one. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out more and let me know anything you would like to see me make in the future. And don't forget to like and subscribe.